I got a very special video for y'all today. I want to talk about LR Zamasu, and I also want to speak on a domain. Now, one thing you got to understand about the domain in Dokkan is that it's played out simply because we need these domain characters to transform, and domains basically have you in competition. So imagine a Super Bosses team with LR Broly as the lead. You have physical Goku Black. You have Broly, Chi Lion Limo. You have Merge Zamasu. You have Cell Max. You have someone like EZA, physical Goku Black on the team or on the squad. You have AGL Zamasu on the squad. Or, some other Super Bosses unit you want to run. Int Frieza. I mean, the list goes on. Even Kef, it's super units on Super Bosses. But the thing is, they're in competition for the domain. They're in competition. And I really wanted to talk about, Zamasu the most because he's probably going to be affected the most when the domain finally gets updated. Now, it's been not really rumors. They came out and said, hey, we're going to fix domains, or we're going to change it. We're going to update it. And the only update we care about, we don't really mind, okay, Broly debuffs superclass units. Okay, if that's a part of his kit, that's a part of his kits. But what we do care about is the domain being active and not being able to use the other domains to, transform the units so that, we could use their full abilities and have their, final kit out. That's the thing. Broly is a top tier LR, yes, when he's transformed. Same with Goku Black. Turn 1, he is amazing still. But he gets even better when he uses the domain and he's transformed. Right? Same with Zamasu. Now, the thing with Zamasu that's different from, the other domain units, even like UI Goku that just came out. His domain, he's the only domain unit really on his team or on his squad. You know what I'm saying? So it really doesn't, we're not as affected with UI as to oppose to Zamasu or Broly or Goku Black or, Super Bosses, because Super Bosses is just filled with domain characters and domain units. Here's the thing with Zamasu. Here's the curious case with him. Bro, Zamasu's actually top tier. The thing holding him back is his turn restriction and his domain. So let's go ahead and read Zamasu real quick. I mean, I know a lot of people have Zamasu, but let's just go over, his kit so you can fully grasp what I'm trying to get at here. So Realm of Gods, Worldwide Chaos Infused Fighters, category key plus 3 HP attack and defense 170%, plus an additional HP attack and defense 30% for the characters who belong to Time Travelers or Final Trump Card category. Extreme class key plus 3 and HP attack and defense 150%. Realm of Gods, Worldwide Chaos, or Fused Fighters categories excluded. Okay, I wasn't even previous to this little bit down here. But basically, Realm of Gods, Worldwide Chaos, Fused Fighter lead, which is really good right now. In a really good state, his lead. And plus the extra 150% to just extreme class, that's top tier. Like, mono extreme team for Dokkan Battlefield is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to go into, let's say, a Supreme Battle Road, right? You could, if Zamasu ends up being on the category, you could just run him instead of running a team specified for the Super Battle Road. You could just run him and run a full extreme team. You know what I'm saying? He's that good. But let's read his passive. So activates the interest animation once only and reduces damage received by 20% for 4 turns from the character's entry turn, plus an additional damage reduction of 20% for the first turn when there is another Realm of Gods category ally on the team upon the character's entry. That's not a hard condition, especially if how good Realm of Gods is right now. It's ridiculous. Key plus 6, attack and defense 100%, plus an additional key plus 3 and attack and defense 50% when there are no Realm of Gods category enemies. High chance of performing a critical hit. That's just in his kit. Reduced damage received by 40%, plus an additional defense 50% when receiving an attack, and if HP is set, and attack, and if, why would they say and if? See, you think it's me with the grammatical errors. It's not me. It's this goddamn wiki that's mixing my tongue up. That is not the right way you word this. So let's redo this. Plus an additional defense 50% when receiving an attack. if HP is 70% or less. Why would it say and if? Okay. Plus and plus additional defense 50%? Wait a minute. There's 2 defensive procs? Wait, plus an additional defense 50% when receiving an attack. Or less when receiving an attack. Plus an additional defense plus 50%. I don't know. That's worded very weirdly. Let me know in the comments if you understand this line right here. I don't know. I'm pretty confused about that. So he gets 2 separate 50% procs, or am I reading this wrong? Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack, plus an additional attack 25% with each attack received up to 150%. So what you have to understand about this unit is he's not bad, base kit. You know, especially while his intro is up. Okay? So the thing is with Zamasu is that he has 80% damage reduction at the very beginning. He's not taking damage from nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to die. He might take damage, but he's not dying from anybody. Unless it's like, I don't know, fully maxed out Kid Buu, but he had the 5 million attack stat right away. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. This is a really solid kit. He loses 20% when he comes back on rotation. He loses another 20% the next time he comes back on rotation. And basically, he's more of a defensive, offensive unit, but he's very explosive immediately. Let's read his active skill, Omnipresence condition. Can be activated when HP is 70% or less starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, or if Future Saga category enemy starting from 7th turn from the character's entry turn. Now, this condition can look like holy shit. It could be very jarring and shocking. But I'm going to just let you know this right now. Turn 5, your HP is under 70%, bro. Unless you're running like the Majin Buu Saga team that with constant healing, or if you're using items and such and so forth, your HP is goddamn under 70%. Like superheroes Beast Gohan, like full power Super Beast Gohan team against the Evolution Blue, the newest Evolution Blue Vegeta event. On turn 5, you're below 70% health with superheroes. So I'm just going to let you know right now, this condition will be up. Okay? And the thing is with his domain, which makes him like very shocking, creates the domain Infinite Zamasu, raises extreme class allies key +3, and becomes omnipresent for 5 turns. So what does omnipresent mean for 5 turns? He dodges everything. You heard me right. So imagine if you had 2 Zamasus on the same team. I know a lot of y'all weren't even thinking about the 2 Zamasu setup. Like like his team will be fully revitalized. He'll be back on top. He'll be right back in the charts, in the swing of things. Like, y'all have no idea. Like, all they have to do for this domain update is you could keep everything the same. Just unrestrict them and let domain characters still transform. Even if they do something like this. Okay, whatever domain unit you transform with first, right? They're locked into that domain. You can lock their domain. Or you could just give us okay, you transform with, Rose while Zamasu's domain is out, and you just swap the domains. Now Goku Black's domain is on top. And, Zamasu still got his full kit. Zamasu still is dodging and weaving everything. It's still omnipresent. But now you just switch the domain. Right? That's all I have to do. Because Zamasu, once his domain comes out, he's just going to be dodging for 3 turns. For 3 full rotations. He can't be killed by anything. A super, he's nullifying supers. He's not getting hit. He's creating rainbow. He's creating orbs. He's supporting at that. He's him. Increases damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 30%. That's his domain effect. His super attack 12 key, true test of a god, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemy, and greatly lowers defense. I'm just gonna let you know this shit right now. We don't even have to read his 18 key. His links are very good. He's on very good teams. He's very amazing. Okay, let's go to his omnipresence. Let's actually, just see what he's doing. Nullifies all attacks directed at character, key +4, and attack 300%. Remember, you don't need defense because he's dodging. Changes AGL and STR key spheres to tech key spheres. He's an orb changer. Worldwide chaos category allies defense 60% with 4 or more tech key spheres obtained. He's a support, like I mentioned. So he I mean, come on. Come on. Let's not sit here and act like if Zamasu didn't, he's not gonna benefit the hardest from this domain update. Like let's not play games here and act like Zamasu wouldn't all of a sudden be the unit again. Like it's not hard. Dokkan, they can make this real easy for us, real simple. Don't tweak the goddamn domain and just we just made minor adjustments. Don't bait us. You better change you know what we want, Dokkan. Don't sit here, Zamasu. You trolled us once with this Dokkan now. You gave us no new information. You sort of just let us sit there and just die inside. And you've been doing this repeatedly. In 2024, this has been your biggest mistake yet. But if you keep your word on this domain update and you make it to where everybody can just transform, Zamasu, I promise I will never be mad at you ever again. You know what? I would actually love domain again. Domain would actually be a great mechanic. But so far, domain has been nothing but a fucking pitfall. It's like, even with UI Goku to a degree, it's like you're running double UI, you get one of the UIs to transform, but the other one's still in UI sign, and his intro has worn off. So what am I supposed to do, Zamasu, about this UI sign Goku whose intro is worn off? He's not as good, but we still have one god of the game. So that's why people are like, man, just double Beast Gohan and run UI sign, transformation UI sign Goku on Beast's team. Because Beast, at least with Beast, both of them can use the active skill, With Cell Max, both of them can use the active skill. Not with Broly. Not with Goku Rose Black. I mean, you could, but you've got to wait till till the domain runs out. But come on, like, just give us what we want, Zamasu. Like, I'm not asking for anything, crazy this is just how you make the game better. What was the last, before, on global? What was the last domain unit on global? Is domains technically still not out on global? No, they are, because Zamasu's on global. Damn, wait, you're telling me the last domain unit was actually Zamasu and... Wait a minute, what? No way. Yeah, man, it's looking like it. Yeah, I'm not scrolling any further. I've seen all I needed to see. Fix the goddamn game, Zamasu. Fix the domain, please. Is this like a specific category? Cause I'm on global. I'm like, boy, what is going on right now? Dokkan. Okay, so yeah, their EZA did just come out. I'll make a video on them. They're really good. They're actually for their first turn, they're probably the best turn 1 unit in the game. Other than AGL UI Goku, he's actually the true best number 1 unit in the game when it comes to the first turn. But they're probably the second. Because Goku, he's got 100% chance to dodge. No one can beat that. Like, he's dodging everything. So, I don't know. You let me know how you feel about this video. Do you really want them to make changes to the game? Do you want Zamasu to be good again, top tier again, like me? I talk about villains a lot because I think villains deserve love. I feel like villains are the ones suffering the hardest from this domain update. They're just suffering the hardest from just even the game developers. Like, imagine a world or a timeline where villains are just so awesomely cool. I bet you it would be a lot of Dokkan YouTubers trying to, do like a full... I'm not gonna lie, I sort of want that mono team meta to come back. Am I the only one that sort of got a taste for that mono team meta? Or like the Goku Black meta and blue Blue Vegito meta, where the physical one, the one where you could run basically a whole like colorful team. That meta was lit. I mean, categories is basically the same thing, but it would be funner if it was unrestricted. Like, you could just run anybody, everyone, everything. That would be pretty cool. But hey, Hopefully they fix this goddamn domain update.